The Calgary Flames have a big matchup against the Bruins tonight in Boston, but their roster is going to look different than it has in any other game this season. Once again, a Flames netminder gets the nod for back-to-back starts, and with the timeline being unknown for Anthony Mantha's injury, there may be an open roster spot available. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love that Calgary Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your favorite team. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's hop in, talk about this roster update going on here. And as we talk about that, it's a great place to start by talking about how there is a game tonight in Boston, as I said in the intro there. So this one goes at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 7 p.m. local time down there in Massachusetts. And it should be a great one. The Flames have a bit of momentum from that great win against Montreal. Matt Coronado hopefully can keep it hot. But we do have some things to talk about. And the first one, as I alluded to again from the intro, was between the pipes. So let's talk about this. Dustin Wolf is in the starter's net at Flames optional morning skate at TD Garden in Boston. I've also seen pretty much everywhere that it is fully expected that he will get back-to-back starts for the first time this season. So in a way, that's kind of a huge move from Huska and company, putting Wolf in back-to-back. It seemed as though the Flames are moving on, the huge move's coming, like the title says. This huge move is that the Flames are moving on from giving each goalie one start, Wolf, Vladar, Wolf, Vladar, Wolf, Vladar. Now it seems like, kind of go with the hot hand. If someone has a good game, maybe you can hand it off to them. Maybe we'll see, someone goes back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. We'll have to see. But it's cool that Wolf is getting the back-to-back nods for the first time this season. And hopefully it goes well, because he has been very, very good this year. I know not everyone is a believer in Wolf yet, but he's trying to prove everyone wrong. And sure, the stats aren't superb, but they're not bad at all. I'm pretty sure he's 5th in the league already in save percentage or something like that as a rookie. Is so good to see, and hopefully that can continue. It's a good thing that he has got this back-to-back. But the other big thing we need to talk about is that for the optional morning skate for the Flames at TD Garden in Boston this morning, Mantha once again was not skating. He didn't skate yesterday and is once again not skating today. So the projected lines, pairings, and goalies versus the Bruins is a top line of Zary, Kadri, and Kuzmenko. Huberdeau with Sharangovich and Pospisil. Interesting, Pospisil moves up after he was on the 4th line last game. Coleman, Backlund, Coronado. Great to see Coronado keeps his spot on that line, with Lomberg, Rooney, and Kirkland making the 4th line. And I know a lot of people will be groaning at that. Yes, Rooney is back in. Look, we love Kevin Rooney. He seems like a great guy, but so far with him in the lineup this year, the Flames just don't seem as good. And that 4th line, I don't know, it just isn't right. Kirkland maybe should go at center. And again, I know a lot of people would like to see Klapka there or others, but we'll save that for later in this video. The deep pairings of Ball, Andersson, great deep pairing. Weegar with Miramanov, and Barry and Pahal the same as last game, with Wolf being the starter once again, which is just crazy. But with Mantha out, does that mean more huge moves are coming? Who gets in place of him? So right now, as you just saw from the projected lines, no one, had to be called up. No one directly replaces him. It's just that both Kirkland and Rooney, who were part of the squad anyway, just not in the starting team there, everyone's in. So the Flames didn't have to make any additional moves. But could they? We're going to be taking a look at this article here. So if Anthony Mantha is out, who are the Flames' options for a call-up? So this comes from Daniel Austin of the Calgary Herald, and I already spoiled it a bit. But if Mantha is out for a while, the Flames have options. Mantha has 4 goals and 3 assists this season while playing with Huberdeau and an assortment of other line mates. His absence has necessitated a shuffle for the Flames, and at Wednesday's practice, and also Thursdays, the Flames had Huberdeau playing with Sharangovich at center and Pospisil on the right wing. There's no word on how long Mantha might be out, but if it's for more than a couple games, it will likely result in the Flames calling someone up from the Calgary Wranglers, likely to play in a 4th line role. And the one thing that needs to be said right now is the Flames, if they are to do that, I believe they do have to put Mantha on IR. That's the only way for it to make sense. I don't think they have anyone that's waiver exempt anymore that they would send down. So the only way for them to bring someone up would be to put Mantha on IR. I'm pretty sure that's just the case it's at right now. But if we get into the options here, so the first one, Adam Klapka. I know a lot of people want to see this guy. At first glance, it would seem like Klapka is the most likely option for a call-up. The 6'8" behemoth earned a spot on the Flames roster after a strong training camp and has already played in 5 games this season in a fourth-line role after appearing in 6 games last season. The 24-year-old hasn't picked up any points this season. He did score a goal in the Flames' final regular season game last year. We all remember that one well for some reason, but has taken great strides over the past couple of seasons in learning to better use his size to make an impact. So right away, we all know Adam Klapka would be a great option, and honestly, why not? It seems like it's the best option. He can just go in, fourth line winger. It just totally makes sense. And I know a lot of people want to see that because that means Rooney wouldn't have to play and Kirkland can go as the fourth line center. But either way, there's different ways you can look at it. The next one here is Jacob Pelche. I would have had the title at the top, but it just made the pick a little bit too long. But the last 12 months have been tough on Pelche, who seemed to lose some confidence after a training camp shoulder injury that required surgery and a long rehab stint last summer. He's placed on waivers at the end of preseason this year, and after going unclaimed, was reassigned to the Wranglers. The good news is he seems to have taken that demotion in stride and is off to a red-hot start this season in the AHL. Through 11 games, he's picked up 10 assists, which is the second highest total in the A. And another great option here. A lot of people want to see it. I just think it might be a little bit too early in the season to bring Pelche up because once he's up, you'd assume it would be for good because, again, he would require waivers. So a little bit interesting. I don't think he's the perfect option right now, but again, not a bad option at all. We all love Pelt. It'd be great to see him kind of have a bit of a career renaissance, shall we say. Next, Clark Bishop. Bishop was named the captain of the Wranglers on Tuesday morning and has low-key been close to a call-up on multiple occasions over the past couple of seasons. He remarkably scored 4 straight game-winning goals last week. Insane. But it's his ability to slot right into a fourth-line role that would make him attractive to the Flames. Don't worry, Clarky. You're already attractive enough. He's got 6 goals and 3 assists in 11 games this season in the A and also has 47 games of NHL experience to his name. So if they're looking for a little bit of experience, not a bad option. Obviously, he's got that captaincy leadership role, would go in perfectly on the fourth line, and he has a scoring ability. So, again, not a bad option at all. The article goes on to say Walker, Dewar, and Dryden Hunt. I think I know how most Flames fans feel about that. But if we get into the next one here, the final ones we'll say is Sammy Honzek and Rory Karen. So Honzek was just sent down to the Wranglers last week and has already scored a goal in 1 game of AHL action. The 19-year-old will undoubtedly be called back up soon enough, but the Flames wanted him to get some more ice time and work on a few things in the AHL for a little while. There's really no rush. And true, it would seem as though that would make sense for him to come up, but again, no rush at all. Also, you can tell this article was written before last night's Wranglers game where they won 4-0. So the stats might be a little bit off, but still, you get the gist of it. Cairns, meanwhile, has come out of the gates red hot for the Wranglers with 9 goals and 3 assists in 11 games. 9 goals in 11 games, that ain't too bad at all. The 22-year-old wasn't on many people's radar throughout training camp, but he's definitely there now as a center. He doesn't totally fit with what the Flames could need if Mantha's out for a while, but his play is putting him in the mix, and it wouldn't be too terrible to just move him to the wing if they are to call him up. I would love to see him get the chance at some point this season. Is now the perfect time? No. Seems like out of all these options, Klapka does make the most sense. If the Flames even do end up putting Mantha on IR, it's still weird that we don't really have a timeline for his injury, but no matter what, there are options, and let me know down below in the comments who you think the Flames should call up if it does come to that. Now let's wrap this one up with the comment of the day, as we love to do. It comes from a classic regular around here, and I just love this comment, the positivity from it, and just the facts about it. It comes from Pepe, and Pepe says, Matty Ice with a pair of goals. Let that young man cook. And yes, we are all still thrilled at that game against the Montreal Canadiens. Coronado just absolutely took over, and we hope that continues well into the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like we saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.